clamping down may not even stop the man from talking. That's the way I look at it. They may decide to keep him down until after the election. But this man who said that what he lost in his shortness, he can gain in power and force. You say people like him who are very small like that, they are always a bulldozer when it comes to action. So let's see whether he can put it to words, what he's saying. Harassing him is not enough. Going to his house to pick things is not enough. It is the court that will decide who is right and who is wrong. That's the way I look at it.
Is it safe to call El-Rufai a two-edged sword now? Because on the other hand, just like you've pointed out, he's some would say he's contributed to some of the issues we're having in the country, especially in the north, especially his time as a Kaduna state governor, where Christians, especially southern Kaduna Christians, were allegations against him as far as the mayhem that happened there. And of course, there was part of those that started the APC who have led us to this where we are right now, some would argue. But on the other hand, it's been called, the saying that says, don't forget about the messenger, focus on the message,
Yeah.
where he's been telling us that he knows where the bodies are buried, making some expository. Is it safe for us to call him a two-edged sword at this time?
That's what I just said here, that El-Rufai, God is using him to expose what APC has been doing in office. And apparently they are not comfortable with all his expositions. And so they had to rein him in. Yes, if what he's saying is the truth, he's just telling Nigerians what we are suspecting all along. Most of the things that he's telling us today, he's telling us is, remember that he was the one who brought out the actual result of 2023 election. Remember, from state to state, he was the one who said he know the actual result, that one other person won and not Tinubu. So all those revelations, do you think the authorities will be comfortable with it? The answer is no. The only thing that is not going for him is that there is no more godfather in the north to protect him. Buhari is not around now. And I know if Buhari had been around, he wouldn't be going through this ordeal. Or Malami. That is it. When I tell people that, look, nothing lasts forever, especially evil. Evil can never last forever. It's but a time before it will not catch up with you. Go and, from the time of history, if you escape it on here, you will not escape it in the hereafter. You will pay for what you have done, whether good or bad. That is the law of God. So, apart from El-Rufai, other actors who brought us to where we are today, they will equally pay. Solomon, it's a matter of time. Something will catch up with them, either here or in the hereafter. That is, even God cannot change that law. God cannot change it. The law of karma. God cannot change it at all.
Okay, let's join our virtual guest, Frank Ehiosun. He's an author and policy affairs analyst. Mr. Ehiosun, thank you very much for joining us on Media News on VOP TV. What's your take on this story?
Thank you. I hope you can hear me.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you presently.
Okay, I can hear you clearly. Go ahead, sir.
I just joined, so I think I missed the thrust of the discourse.
Okay,
we're
talking about the wiretapping allegations where ICPC says there's a suspected spy gear at El-Rufai's residency. I'm asking you on your take on the story, the El-Rufai ordeal, if you can call it that.
Yeah, my take is simple. Nigeria is a funny republic, in quotes. So the absurd could be the norm. Hence, nothing comes as a surprise. What I said on air, when I watched that program, I took it as a comedy of sorts, because if what he said actually happened, then it gives credence to the fact that we have long been more of a failed state than we think we are. Why I doubt that was the case? Because in Nigeria, the way our system is run, I'm not even sure that there's anything like, what do you call it now, classified information in this country. Because the level of indiscipline that is prevalent in all spheres, from leadership to the bottom in this country, makes it somewhat impossible to even have something like classified information, because there is indiscipline everywhere. No standard is upheld. So if I'm in a fight position, I'm not sure that he needed any technology to track what is being discussed, because whatever it is that is done, the directive is given to somebody. Especially when most of the time it pertains to abuse of privilege. Because just a point of emphasis, in Nigeria, the bulk of people who call big politicians and strategists, they are simply people who have power and abuse it, not in the sense of being experts in political, as in strategic thinking that makes for proper impact, as we find in more civilized crimes. That's why I said that in El-Rufai's case, what is happening for me is an extension of the Nigerian drama, and it should play out accordingly.
What do you think the implication of this will be come on 2027? Because El-Rufai has made some explosive revelation, even though he had to implicate himself in the process.
And my first statement speaks to it, to the extent that I affirmed that in Nigeria, that which is absorbed, that which is imposed abnormal, is what is usually the norm here. And that is because primacy is not placed on the law. What is set as a standard can be gone against at any point in time, and there's no consequence. So in any such system, you always expect the worst or expect surprises. So 2027 that is coming is not going to be a surprise, or is not going to be more of a surprise than all the surprises we have had in the past in this Fourth Republic, which of course is the worst of it compared to other republics, both the botched Third Republic and the Second and First Republic, as the case may be. 2027 is by the corner. You don't need to be an expert in political matters to know that it's like fait accompli. The amendment of the Electoral Act, that provision that gives a presiding officer the option of, as in using, not transmitting directly if there's network issues. In fact, the entire stuff is, even a primary school kid without a critical thinking faculty will laugh at it. You just imagine the fact that the same law makes it mandatory that where the candidate does not work, election cannot hold. Election must be postponed where candidate does not work. Now, is it not foolhardy that if the candidate is so important that it must work for election to hold, that something as simple as just snapping a result where election has already held is now being left at the discretion of the presiding officer? How do you describe making it a fait accompli, in the sense that the manipulation is already arranged? That is where it could come from. If I were in the opposition, I wouldn't sit aloof and watch this thing play out. I am personally disappointed that the bulk of what the opposition in this country, they're equally not so serious, because their interest is not as much the people as it is in the power they want to get. Because if their interest is about power going to the people, they will take every bit of this process very serious, so that whether they get power or they don't get power, the power should belong to the people. That is the only thing that can guarantee the safety of the republic and its continuity. But the bulk of people who call opposition, what they are looking for is more about they having access to power than guaranteeing what will make the republic a sustained one in terms of the exactness of processes. Because before APC came about in 2015, most of the things that these people were talking about, we can see that now that they have come on board, they are more interested in holding on to power than ensuring that the republic is sustained for the good of all our country. It's unfortunate, but that is where we are. So 2027, the road is being constructed already. It is very clear. The Electoral Act is the book that determines the path we are taking. And there is already a contour that has been put to manipulate the system in favor of those that have more hold on the power, or the system that controls whatever happens that day. That is the truth.
Okay, sir. Coming back to the studio, he just finished talking about the electoral amendment bill, which brings us to our next discussion, where Professor Patutomi has lent his voice to that. But the opposition to this bill, one would argue, has died down drastically. One would have expected that more protest, more opposition from the average Nigerians or the politicians would have been, stronger by now. But it looks like it's only politicians, opposition politicians, that are coming out to talk on this electoral bill. With this situation, it looks like the APC, they've won, because it's looking more like an opposition problem now than a Nigerian problem. Didn't you think so?
Yes. And when you blame the ADC, the opposition, you look at where they are coming from. The ruling party have made it impossible for the opposition to thrive. Just for reminders, each time they want to hold a meeting anywhere, in any of the states, either in Lagos here or outside Lagos here, you will see that some people they call hoodlums will go and scatter that place. Scatter that place and then make it impossible for them to hold their meeting. So how can they thrive? And with the police watching, police will be there. No arrest will be made, nothing will be done. Look at what happened in Edo State. So,
what about civil society organizations and election stakeholders in this country?
Look,
where are they now?
You need to mobilize them. APC have made it impossible for the opposition to have access to funds. When you are strangulating their businesses, where would they get the funds from? The ADC, they don't have funds. Even if they have, they don't have enough funds to play around with. That's just the simple truth. They don't have enough funds to play around with. Maybe they're waiting for a campaign to use their money. But most of the things they needed to do before the campaign, they can't do them because of positive. Like now, they are going for membership drive. Do you know what it takes for you to go for membership drive all over the 30 states of Nigeria? It's a huge task and a huge fund. So where will the money be coming from? These are issues confronting the opposition.
Well, I'm asking about the civil society organizations. I mean, in the build-up to the assent by the president, there were few days of protest by civil society organizations in Nigeria, but it looks like that has died down. It's now left for the politicians to run commentary on it.
Civil societies cannot run your race for you. They cannot fight your battle. These are party issues.
But this is a people's thing, not a political thing, because that's what the ruling party will use as a weapon that the opposition's political parties are just making noise. But if it's the people that are rising up, don't you think it should be a better voice than commentary coming from opposition parties?
Well, the civil society we have in Nigeria today, they are looking for where their bread is buttered. You will not be surprised that they are protesting on both sides, both the opposition and the ruling party. It depends on who can mobilize them better, who can who can pay the piper that dictates the tune. Can't you see that this civil society we are talking about, they come out once in a while. It's not as if that they are consistent. They are not consistent at all. And so you need to do something for them to be consistent. That is just the meaning, because they are funding all these protests with their money. And so if you want them to sustain it, then you pay them. Because every protest and every agitation, it costs money.
Okay.
Is that not true? It costs money for you to move from here to Abuja, or for you to move from here to any place, or even to mobilize people. APC, they are very good at mobilizing people because they have the power of the purse. That's just the truth.
Okay, Mr. Ehiosun, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has continued to come under fire for the curfew imposed during the FCT Council election. Do you think that's warranted? Can you hear me, sir?
On mute.
I heard you quite.
Okay.
I heard you quite. Even if it is in the past now, it's only someone that doesn't know Nyesom Wike that would have expected less from him. In fact, I'm even surprised that I didn't go beyond that in terms of what he could do. You know, I said something when I started speaking earlier that in Nigeria, the bulk of people we call politicians, people that people hail as leaders, that wow, they are wonderful people, or they have political stature. It's simply a case of people that have access to power and abuse it. So Wike is not excluded from that, because once they don't have power, they become so infinitesimal and inconsequential because there isn't the requisite initiative for strategic thinking to amplify variables available for good use, either for personal or public purpose. So Wike simply did what he did as the Minister of FCT, just like he did much more as Governor of Rivers State when he presided over elections that took place there. He used his powers abusively. And in Nigeria, it is enough. So, like I said just like in the past, the election, the curfew was fixed. There was no contestation. Those who would have been affected primarily did not contest it because maybe they would have gone to court to say no to it when the announcement was made a day or two before the elections, to say that that should not have been. But the guy used his powers the way he could, and we are where we are. By the way, I must say something that FCT elections is actually the best local government elections we have in Nigeria. In my candid opinion, all the billions that is normally emerged for government elections in Nigeria are clear cases of waste of taxpayers' money. Because they don't do elections, they simply announce results. So why not just appoint people you want to appoint as local government chairman and use that money to try roads or give it to people in the agri sector so that the money will serve a purpose in the value chain rather than waste it for nonsense totally. Because elections don't take place in local government across the country, and yet each state budget sometimes tens and hundreds of billions of naira of taxpayers' money.
Okay. Now, Barrister,
so like I said, Wike has done what he wanted to do.
Okay.
I still maintain the fact that FCT is still the best in terms of government election, notwithstanding the fact that Wike did what he did, which I say is even less than what he normally would have done. But Nigeria is what it is the land of the absurd.
Okay, sir. So Wike also made a statement blaming the opposition party for not preparing for the exercise, Barrister Darlington. Some would argue that he is correct in that assessment, like there was not enough preparation or pushback from parties like PDP and ADC, that the two opposition parties that one would say have a chance to go toe-to-toe with the APC if they had the means and really wanted to do that.
Yes. APC have been looking for a way to be the sole contestant of this election. Their body language, their actions, and their utterances. Is it not telling you something? In the history of this country, have you heard when 31 governors ran into a political party in this country. 31. In one party.
But is it fair to put 100% the blame on APC? What about the opposition party? What are they doing?
If they have allowed the level playing field and then the opposition did not perform, I cannot blame them. It's like you see somebody with a bow leg and he's carrying something on his head and the neck is bent one side. And you're asking the person, why is your neck bent now? Can't you put your leg, your neck, until the man now point at his leg, you will know that the man has a structural issue. Yes, it's the bow leg that caused the neck that bent one side.
Okay. Now, similarly, the ADC has urged Nigerians to rise above tribal and religious sentiments when choosing leaders for 2027 general election. How possible do you think that is? Because, I mean, the tribal and religious divide in this country now has gone very, very deep.
Will they hear? They will not hear, because Nigeria is built on tribal sentiment. These people they are talking to, even if they are dying here, the party is killing them. They won't bother. They will say, I would rather die in the hands of my brother than somebody else to bring life to me. It's that bad. They will say, let my brother kill me instead of me to have good life in the hands of an outsider. That is how bad the tribal sentiment has become in Nigeria. The person that will give them good life, they don't want to see him as long as it's not their brother. And so let their brother punish them. They were suffering and smiling. Is that not Sofela that sang it? So that is how bad it is. You saw what Buhari did for 8 years. They did not to talk to him, no. They kept quiet as if the man was doing good. Now, Tinubu has come. They're not facing him. So tribal sentiment all the way. That's just the truth. And that will tell you that Ab initio, we are never together. Solomon, we are never together. Lord Lugard, Lord Lugard, I hope you are receiving your punishment for what you did to us.
Okay, let's go back to our virtual guest, Mr. Hiosun. What are the causes of tribal and religious divide in this country, and how can it be overcome? I know it's going to be a very difficult task because of how deep it has gotten. Of course, started from our political elites, and it's being propagated by ordinary Nigerians. How can we stop, reduce rather, this sentiment ahead 2027?
Ahead of 2027, unfortunately, it's too close to call or to whom have any impact.
What about subsequent elections?
The issue of tribal and religious sentiments is not about elections. Election is just one of the means by which these issues find expression. We cannot put aside tribe and religion. Rupert Emerson wrote a piece in 1960 titled Empire to State. One of the chapters of that book was titled Self-Determination and Plural Societies. That was one of the chapters in that book that Rupert Emerson wrote in 1960. Now, the center point of that piece is the fact that in the history of the evolution of mankind, there has always been a challenge in the pursuit of nationalism in a plural society or in a pluralistic system. And what makes for a pluralistic system? It is these issues we just highlighted. Tribe and religion. They are very frontal. You don't isolate them. Nigeria as it is, I've said this thing on this platform before, that we are making progress in error. Our founding fathers had different options of government to go for. They didn't choose parliamentary federalism because they loved it. They chose it because, based on research and prevalent study, that was the only system that was fit for purpose for the diverse system that Nigeria was used from. That is the truth. The only system of government that can ensure that there is unity in diversity in such a sphere is federalism. Not just federalism, but parliamentary federalism. So that one section or region or tribe does not suddenly become so overwhelming and impose itself on others to their disadvantage. So election being the target of addressing it is like trying to address a symptom rather than addressing the root issue.
Okay.
Before 2027, there's little or nothing that can be done on that. The only thing that can be done on that, the little that could be done, is to ensure that the election is free and fair by making sure that people vote their choice, and their choice. That's the only thing that will reduce the impact of this tribe and religious divide. But it doesn't really address the core issue. That is the truth.
Okay, Mr. Ayosun, thank you very much.
In conforming with the Great Barrister in the Kido, even though I don't conform in total, because I see a highlight on the opposition being being checked by the ruling party. MPC was not in opposition. If you compare the opposition of today and the one that the APC was, you will know who is serious about getting power or getting power to change the system for better. I make both to say, the opposition as it is today, they unfortunately are not putting in the requisite work. What resources do they need to mobilize people? When the electoral bill was being done, civil society and a few persons were the ones that were protesting in Abuja. Then Peter Obi fortunately joined, and a few of them came up in front. It would have taken them nothing, I'm telling you, to ensure that there was progress in 36 states of the country. What does it take? You have members, you have political party secretariats in all the states. Just give directive, mobilize 100 members from 10 wards, or 20 members from 100 wards. In every state capital that we protest, and the whole world will see that something is happening. That is how it is done. It only takes so much resources. Even an individual can do that. So EDC has no excuse.
Okay, sir.
They are not prepared enough, in my opinion, in sustaining the struggle.
Okay, Mr. Ayosun, thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you, sir. That was Frank Ayosun. He's an author and a policy affairs analyst. And of course, in the studio, Barrister Agumo, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your insight. Now, moving on, you're still watching Midday News on VOP TV. It's still ahead. Family of a kidnapped Nigerian female footballer pleads for help. I'll bring you details of this and more when we come back. Stay with us.
In a world where power shifts its every headlines, news breaks and events happens, we bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy, and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth, not spin. We discuss not just politics, but a glimpse into the future. Voice of the People Television. Now you have more than a voice.
It is good to have you back. This is the Midday News on VOP TV. The family of Ihutu Rebecca, a Nigerian female footballer kidnapped in the Benin Expressway, is appealing for help as her abductors demand a 20 million naira ransom. Rebecca, who plays for Pace Setter Queens FC in the NWFL Premiership, was abducted while returning home. In a statement, the family described her as a young woman dedicated to representing Nigerian women's football at the highest domestic level. The area controller of the Federal Operations Unit, Zone D of the Nigeria Customs Service, Controller Abdullahi Kaila, says officers intercepted 5 live pangolins in Jalingo, Taraba State, stopping an attempted illegal export of the endangered species. Speaking to journalists in Bauchi, Kaila described the rescue of the animals and the arrest of the 3 suspects as a major breakthrough against wildlife trafficking. He warned that wildlife trafficking violates the Customs Act 2023 and the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, to which Nigeria is a signatory. Within the past month, the unit also seized 15,300 liters of premium motor spirit in 612 jerry cans, Mercedes-Benz vehicles, and 33 cartons of foreign soap, with a total duty paid value of 52.6 million naira. Kaila urged perpetrators to desist, describing wildlife crime as an organized threat to Nigeria's biodiversity and global reputation. The Abia State government has launched the full rollout of the Abia Connect card, a cashless payment system for the Green Shuttle bus service aimed at modernizing public transportation. The initiative, led by the Ministry of Transportation under Governor Alex Otti, is designed to make commuting smoother for residents. According to a statement from Information Commissioner OK Kano, the government called the rollout a milestone in building a digital, transparent, and efficient transport system. The first card is free and available at Green Shuttle terminals and authorized agent locations in Aba and Umuahia. Business and sports news will be coming up next. Stay tuned. And out of business news, the Nigerian Exchange posted a strong performance in February 2026, gaining 16.6% to close at 192,826.8 points, edging closer to the 200,000 mark. The rally, tracked by the All-Share Index, marks a third consecutive month of gains and the strongest monthly performance since January 2024. So far this year, the market is up nearly 24%, with more than 36 billion shares traded, driven by strong investor interest in industrial, oil and gas, and banking stocks. Sectoral data show oil and gas led the gains, rising 33.6%. Industrial goods followed, climbing 22.2% to cross the 7,000 point mark for the first time. Banking was the third best performer, up 16.7%, while insurance recorded the weakest growth, rising just 2.3%. And out of sports news, Alex Iwobi was on target as Fulham defeated Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 in their Premier League clash at Caravan Cottage. Iwobi has now scored in back-to-back league matches following his goal in last weekend's 3-1 win away at Sunderland. Harry Wilson opened the scoring in the 7th minute before Iwobi doubled Fulham's lead on 34 minutes. Richarlison pulled one back for Spurs, but it was not enough to prevent defeat. The result moves Fulham up to 9th place on 40 points. Calvin Bassey played the full 90 minutes, while Samuel Chukwueze came in the 72nd minute. Iwobi was substituted late on. And finally, on entertainment news, Nollywood actress Angela Okorie has shared a life-changing experience following her visit to the Suleja Correction Center in Niger State, where she donated food and medical supplies to children living in the facility. Sharing photos and videos on Instagram, Okure showed herself distributing welfare and healthcare materials to inmates and their children. She said the visit changed her perception of correctional centers and taught her lessons about resilience, hope, and humanity. Okore was particularly moved by the conditions of children living with their mothers, some born in the facility, many lacking adequate care and medication. The donation, she said, came from her personal resources and foundation, reflecting her long-standing commitment to giving back. And that's a wrap on world news, media news rather, on VOP TV. Do also subscribe to our YouTube channel. On YouTube, we are Voice of the People TV, and on other social media platforms, we are at VOP TV Live. If you witness news happening near you, we want to hear from you. Send your eyewitness report, event coverage requests, photos or videos directly via WhatsApp to 0814 606 4057. You can also reach our newsroom by email at news@vop.ng. I am Solomon Ofem. Good afternoon and thank you for watching.
VOP TV. Now, you have more than a voice.
This is Health Check, your weekly guide to better living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People Television, where your health has a voice.
The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before.
Africa is on the move, a continent of rising voices, untold stories, and powerful transformations. From the streets of Lagos to the heart of Nairobi, from the mines of Congo to the tech labs of Cape Town, the African story is being written every day. Bold, dynamic, unstoppable. This is African News on Voice of the People Television. We don't just bring you the news. We analyze and bring you Africa's heartbeat, the politics that shapes our nations, the economies that drives our future, the cultures that defines who we are, the voice that must be heard. Africa News, Africa's voice, Africa's future. Where Africa speaks, the world listens.
In a world where truth is the ultimate power and opinions scream the loudest, it's time to wade through the noise.
Hunger no get tribe! Hunger no get religion!
And scan the human interest and trending topics that matter. Stay tuned to The Issues, your plug to the stories making the buzz, from politics to science and technology, social justice, and more. Let's tackle the tough questions and expose the truth. The Issues on Voice of the People Television, Mondays to Fridays, 8 to 9 p.m. The Issues. Don't just react, understand. Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I. From social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more. Tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The people's voice. Make your voice count.
Welcome to the locker room, the home of football talk that matters. I am Jerry Ampelon. Join us every weekday, Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. Nigerian time, as we share the hot takes and hot debates in the exciting world of football. And joining me are the usual suspects, Ikechukwu and Mayowa, as we break down all the hot takes and everything that's happening in the football. Don't just watch football, live it with us. Catch us on the locker room and Voice of the People television at 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And like I always say, if not going to the talk, please the sport.
And it's Hakim Ziyech who puts the
Join us as we drive into the world of politics through insightful interviews with prominent political figures, both serving and former governors, ministers, senators, legislators, party chieftains, activists, and analysts. Get first-hand information into the decision-making processes that affect our daily lives. Highly engaging one-hour program that brings political discourse into focus.
I am Chukwuma Okoro.
Political Lens, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Join us. Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
Africa is on the move, a continent of rising voices, untold stories, and powerful transformations. From the streets of Lagos to the heart of Nairobi, from the mines of Congo to the tech labs of Cape Town, the African story is being written every day. Bold, dynamic, unstoppable. This is African News on Voice of the People Television. We don't just bring you the news. We analyze and bring you Africa's heartbeat, the politics that shapes our nations, the economies that drives our future, the cultures that defines who we are, the voice that must be heard. Africa News, Africa's voice, Africa's future. Where Africa speaks, the world listens.
And welcome to the show Spotlight on VOP TV, the place where stories come alive and voices matter. This is the show where we shine the light on creativity, culture, style, music, and purpose-driven people who are shaping the world around us. Yes, it's another week, and a week, yes, to stay inspired and grounded. And I'm sure that you have not forgotten that I'm your special baby girl, Precious Agumanu, a.k.a. Call Me Prezi. And guess what? Today is very special. Why am I saying that it's special? Because somebody so interesting is joining me today. I don't let him introduce himself because it's been a long time he has been on the show with me. And why are you smiling?
Today is different. What is there? Is it your conscience that is dealing with you?
My conscience can never deal with me.
No, I only ran away for a while.
Oh, you see? He said he ran away.
Especially avoiding anything February.
You
understand?
Father,
I ran away from Billy. You understand? 14th of February and all of that. So now this is March. Let's march forward.
Okay.
And let's move on. I think that's fine. All right, welcome on board. My name remains Savior, not Precious Agumanu, a.k.a.
Okay, that's 1-0 now. All right, yes, this is the show where we shine the light on creativity. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. And yes, it's a new week because we're going to talk about a lot of things that are happening around you and yes, in Nigeria. And first off, before we go into what we have today, Savior, your smile is so different this morning. How's the week been for you?
It's a new week. It's a new month. Happy new month to you.
Oh, happy new yes. To my people, happy new month.
So it's an opportunity for us to dream dream again, keep
as
pushing.
You said that you ran away. How you want to take the dream again?
No. The dream is not about fulfilling. The dream is for me to believe that all hope is not lost. You understand? That I can still, achieve whatsoever it is that I set my mind to get. And that's what I'm also asking you to do. You understand? Keep believing in yourself.
Your advice, oh God! Now people will go believe Savior Mother because how can you tell me that you will tell me that you ran away for 1 month and now you're telling somebody to dream?
Guess what?
Like how do you expect people to dream? I don't understand.
That is the best advice anybody can get.
Wow!
Run away from unnecessary belief, then show face again. Like reappear later when you think everything has subsided. But keep dreaming, keep hoping, keep believing that you can achieve what you want to achieve. And please don't forget anything that wants to break. Your calculation, your target, run away again. Wow. So it doesn't matter how many times you run. The idea is you are escaping and you are returning. When the billing is about to come, move. And sometimes don't even wait. See, there's a way you check the weather. This billing is coming. So before the person would even ask, move. You understand? Then you come back again and everything.
In fact, don't talk too much. The reason why Savior ran away was because that he refused to give us our Valentine gift. And see, he's even smiling because he knows
Valentine is gone now, so we have to wait till next year.
Why would you say it's gone?
Well, I'm sorry. Let's wait till next year. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry I was not around. But I could have done so much, but so sorry. I was caught up with so many things. So sorry about that.
Anyway, we are used to this. This is the scope right now. So we're going to
Don't tell me that this is the scope. There's no scope here.
It's the scope.
You are a broadcast journalist. I'm a broadcast journalist. We've been busy.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand?
Oh, wow.
The fact that you do entertainment, you have time. I do the political part, and I've been busy. I'm sorry.
Okay.
On Valentine's Day.
I know some of you will be supporting him.
On Valentine's Day, everyone can actually attest to it. I was here. On the 14th, yes, it was on a Saturday. Okay. I did morning buzz.
And what happened after that?
You weren't around. And afterwards, when you were around, I was not around.
We're still going to talk about this. But first off,
please, let's close the conversation here. Let's not talk about it offline.
First off, what's on our list today? We're talking about Pella. So, recently, Pella shocked most of us by getting his girlfriend a gift. Me, I felt that the girlfriend, they were no longer together.
Okay.
But right now, I saw a new, sweet, beautiful ride given to Jarvis recently. And in my head, I'm like, relationship went on almost, we scatter, scatter go. And in fact, I don't even have to categorize it, but relationship went on scatter, where they put person there go cause accident for himself because of woman. Now, all of a sudden, you don't go buy the motorway you use. Oh, God. So my point here is, okay, this is it. Let's see this for ourselves. Let's see this. Creator Pella has reportedly gifted his girlfriend Jarvis a brand new Mercedes-Benz to celebrate her 23rd birthday. So the surprise presentation, which was shared in viral video online, captured the emotional moment. Jarvis broke down in tears as she received the luxury vehicle. So the grand gesture has since sparked widespread reactions across social media, with fans praising the romantic display. So the birthday gift comes amid renewed public interest in the couple's relationship, which has experienced both highly publicized ups and downs in recent months, further fueling conversations about their rekindled romance. So these two people don't come back together. Hey. Eh? I think it's now, well, I will still use that word scope. I think it's now the scope where people, now do things because of love, even people taking poison, because of love.
We would
people not they go. People not they jump themselves.
we will come to this. So first,
yeah,
we need to establish the fact that at some point,
yeah,
they had issues, they broke up, right?
Yes.
No problem. But I'm surprised that people like you are surprised that these people are back together. Let me take it further. Don't forget that even to couple, some couple that actually divorced,
yeah,
sometimes most of them find their way back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
yeah, I know.
On several cases, it has happened. Now, the ones that separated, they find their way back. You understand? See, there's one thing that is cast in stone. This is about emotions here, right? One person is feeling, feeling bad, to an extent than the other person, or feeling, more hurting, than the other person. And of course, he or she decides to walk away from the relationship. This particular person is hurting because he or she feels that you shouldn't have abandoned them at this point.
Yeah.
You should still talk, or let's just try and see how to work things out. So on the other side, on both sides, of course, there is an issue, and of course, this one has gone, and this one is still not in the issue. So on this their case, Pella was the one at the receiving end. It felt hurting, it felt abandoned. Why should Jarvis just abandon me or just walk away from the relationship?
Yeah.
But just like what I said this morning, and I'll say it on national TV.
Okay.
It is always on rare cases. It is always on rare cases that we see that a woman would leave a man, and would not come back if he is doing fine. If the man is doing fine financially, they usually find their way around. Take it from me. I'm not saying a woman's intentions are laced, around, financial stability or whatever.
Yeah.
But please don't forget that to an extent, if she knows that the financial security is there, from her partner, no matter what happens, there'll be a settlement. It might just take time. But in this case, the reason why I can't take time is because the grounds at which they broke up was not really something substantial.
Sorry.
It was not something serious.
This is where we have issues. Don't say it was not substantial, because you don't know.
What is serious is the lack of Ned and Regina.
We're going to come there.
No, do you know that that's more serious, right?
The fact that
okay,
Pella had to say, "Oh, I'm going to kill myself" on TikTok.
That was the only way he could react to heartbreak,
and he actually did it.
And that's what I'm saying. That was the only
I don't understand.
Guess what? Jarvis had people around her.
I'm sorry,
that could actually
maybe it's any other person, but me basically, maybe I just get someone had to break my heart or anything. Or I don't even. Am I even sure I've been in such a
breaks out, so they don't break your heart.
Am I even sure I've been in such a position? But then, if I'm in such a position, I don't see I will eat very well.
No, that's why I say you are the one that break the heart. But they don't break your own heart.
But for someone to
if you have ever been in the receiving end,
that issues might be very, very serious.
No, let me clear this. Precious, we all have different ways, of reacting to situations.
Yeah.
Including our anger management, right?
Okay.
And that's the same way if you're hurting or you feel displeased about something, you have a way you can actually react to it. Either you like it or not. The way you would respond to heartbreak is not the way I would respond to heartbreak. Because we're two different people here.
Okay.
So your own might be that, it don't happen. I bet what's gonna cook, right? And you eat and move on. The same way our director would also move on. If we eat, he will look for Amala or something. Yes, I just called him out.
Oh my God.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But someone like Samuel, you know? Someone like, you know, yes, someone like Samuel. No, I want to be calling some names. Someone like Samuel now, who happens to be our Angels guy. Now, Samuel is an emotional person. You understand? Someone can just tell all of us, I'm not coming to work. Or he would come to work, he would tell him, someone play roll montage, he would tell you, I can't roll anything. So that's the idea.
See.
So we are all different. If Pella had said, this is the way I want to handle this one, I want to crash my car, I want to kill myself, whatever, because if he felt he has lost everything. See, when we actually say we are complete as a man, it's about our partner, right?
Yes.
So if you feel your partner is gone, and that was the only way he could handle the situation.
You know, that is a very, because I don't know why you want to kill yourself because of a woman.
No, you are saying why you want to kill. I'm not the one that. Why Pella wants to? Please, direct to Pella.
This is serious. Why would you want to kill yourself because of a woman?
That's his nasty. Why would Pella want to? Please.
And why would it? Because I actually saw a tweet recently, and someone said, "Oh, that this guy is dead. That he killed himself because of his girlfriend said she was no longer interested in him."
I saw it.
What is this?
No, I saw it.
You now sat down, gulped poison.
So the thing is, no matter how hurting you are feeling, it's not enough for you to actually say you want to kill yourself. Let's even get that one off, you know. But I approve you to reach out to friends and family. You can even leave the house, you know, go somewhere, spend time, just clear your head off. That's the only way. But I think sometimes when someone is jobless, and with due respect to whoever it is, when someone is jobless,
an idle man is what?
No, that's the thing. When someone is jobless, sometimes I think heartbreak works more, or you know, the toll would actually tell on you more.
Yeah.
But if you really have something to do, you know, that takes you out of your bed, you know, in the morning, and you get back in the evening, or even if it's afternoon, you would want to step out instead of you coming back early, knowing fully well that you start feeling that particular thing. You stay more outside and get back at night and all of that. So I think if the person is going in and out, you know, of the house, it will be better. But please just get your families around, you know.
Is it about going out?
No. Just look for something to clear your head. That's what
I want to bring this case to you, the case of VDM, and because I've been noticing recently that people have just been taking poison. Like they will sit down at home, turn on their cameras, and everybody.
Do you know the reason why? The reason why I'm not really cool with all of that particular. I call it shenanigans, you know.
Okay.
Yes. So first, I'm highly disappointed that VDM would, you know, condescend
actually
and, you know, indulge himself in these frivolities. Because when we're talking about suicide, it shouldn't be a thing that we should promote. You feel you speak for the people, you know, you feel you are an advocate, you know, blah, 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 and all of that. Regardless of what, is it Michi? They call the name
yes,
of
King
whatever.
Michi, yes.
Regardless of what she has done to chase clouds, you know, to get people's attention to herself, you shouldn't toe that lane. I felt bad, you know. I felt disappointed, but of course, I'm not expecting so much from VDM. He's also a human. He's also, you know, a random guy. You know, for you to also come, you know, on your camera, and you also said you're also taking the same poison, you know, the substance to kill yourself. I can't be giving any company any free advert here. So, you know, you want to drink something that can kill you and all of that. Yeah. And funny enough, I heard he just woke up, you know, from the land of the dead, you know, having cotton wool and all of that. But see, we're trivializing what is sensitive to some people.
Yes.
To some people, if you say you advocate, if you say you speak for people, you shouldn't be found in a situation like this, you know, playing with suicide in the first place. I want you to go and check, you know, the data as regards to how many people commit suicide in Nigeria, in Africa, and in the world.
Yes.
There's some people that hunger is not the one that is not hunger that is killing them. It is not the nuclear that they are firing here and there from Iran or what have you that is killing them. It is about them taking their life because of different situations, peer pressure, you know, financial situation, you know, family situation. And we are here, you know, you are going on social media. Now, for the very first time, I have never seen reason or agreed with anything Ned Nwoko has ever said.
But now I think I'm agreeing and accepting the fact that we have to regulate social media. And for the very first time, Precious, I can't lie to you. Because if social media was really regulated, two things I'm against on this social media. First is false information.
Actually.
What is not confirmed, you start sharing them, you know, and whatever. And some would even tell you, share in your family group and all of that. Putting people under tension, you know, having fears and all of that. So that's one. Secondly, it's about trivializing what is quite sensitive to other people. Some people might be going, it's just like you know, coming on social media, laughing or creating jokes about people's deformity. I do not take it. I do not like it. So things like this are sensitive. You don't talk about taking people, your life, you know, what you don't know what people are going through. And you don't even know how you have encouraged some people, you know, while at it. So basically for those ones, let's even leave their matter. They are not a serious people. That's what I would call them. But for that guy that you mentioned, that actually killed himself because his girlfriend left, I'm sorry. And condolences to his family, but to any other person, you know, this is just for me to say, please, there is nothing that, you know, that deserves you to take your own life.
Actually, there's nothing. Seriously, because even when I saw people started recreating, you know, there's a challenge of people taking poison right now. They'll buy sachets of poisons and they'll be taking it.
You know, that
I'm like, okay, why are you people supporting?
That's Nigeria. But for now, maybe I need to deviate, or let's share a lighter note on more. So let's deviate from this. I think the best content for now, it is this particular song that everybody's playing, and you know, this whatever. And the next thing, it looks like they are moving, they run, and the bird carries them to fly and all of that. I've not seen that particular thing going on social media. So like that's the latest now. I think people should just even take their attention off from that of VDM or every other person that is trying this their viral content. But congratulations to Jarvis. And guess what? This is one thing about women.
What happened?
Jarvis was happy when she saw the car.
I don't
Guess
understand.
what?
She's not supposed to be happy.
Pella did another video.
I beg, don't
Pella
go
did
there.
another video while she was in the kitchen that she's angry because Betty Girl was washing dishes. And Pella was saying, sorry, baby, you just have to wash the plate here. Sorry. After now, don't worry. I'll still buy other things for you. But let's not forget the message Pella also posted. You know, Pella said that Jarvis has been complaining. Of course, she said that her dad was not present in her life.
Yes.
And he is now in competition with her dad and is trying to give her or do things that her dad couldn't do for her. You know, which is lovely, but I think that was not needed, you know, to be in the public domain. One. Secondly, maybe you should just marry her so that you can officially step into that role. Not a situation where you will disturb us again from TikTok to Instagram that you're broken up next tomorrow.
See, I don't even know what's going on in Pella's life right now, but whatever that is going on, plus the recent things that has been happening with Katefe, I don't even want to go there, but it's a lot. They breaking themselves, breaking cars.
And all that.
Wow,
You know,
really interesting. Maybe it be like saying get one place where they store the cars. People, because
So
I saw him money gifted him.
Yes. So this is it. Precious, you have to understand that you can't own a car that is worth. Let me start. Let me just give you a benchmark.
Yeah.
Any car that is worth 10 million should have a proper insurance. I'm not saying the third party that we do, not third party.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you know, like the first major insurance. Meaning that if anything happens to your car, because you're paying heavily, right? So if anything happens to your car, you are actually going to give them the car and they would fix it.
Okay.
So for anything 10 million upward, you can't be buying a car of 20 million, 50 million, and you're telling me that they don't have insurance. So they are not the ones to fix it. No, they are not. So the insurance company would fix that car.
So that's why they have the...
That's why they can be doing that. And because it's content.
Yeah.
But let me quickly extract the name Kataife you said. I want to know, I want to give a comparison on something.
Okay.
When Jarvis broke up with Pella, you know, I told you, I said she had people around her, both families, both friends, and potential guys that wanted to take over from there. Which, of course, we don't know if she tested another water before. The same thing happened to Kataife's ex. Remember? Where even to your Dumodu sent a message.
Oh my
and
God.
guess what? She screenshotted
And
posted it.
See,
in the name of consoling.
One thing with this social media is that
Yeah.
they can never forget.
No, social media, no, we don't forget, we keep it.
Hey!
No, we keep it. And guess what? That's why I'm telling you that a man, you understand, is the enemy of another man.
Now, man, they do man before.
No,
Now, I don't
guess
know.
what? You broke up with a lady or your baby mama, as Katafe, would tell it. But Ojumodu did not reach out to Katafe to say, bro,
No.
sorry.
And it's his friend, though.
Instead, he went through the windows.
Oh my God.
Now he's doing Mr. Caring. Hey, my dear, how are you? Are you fine? How are you holding up? Don't worry if you need anything. Hey, all of a sudden. So, how many more people actually told Jarvis, what do you need? But nobody told Pella. Instead, they were actually laughing at him. So the only thing he could do was...
This is a reminder to every lady out there. I beg, if you get good man, hold on, Mo. I know what I'm saying.
Precious, for you to say you know what you're saying.
I don't understand.
No, you have to, at this point, you have to shed more light. Let's get it.
No, it's the truth now. You know, we ladies, we like to fall in love. Come on, that's natural.
It's been long ahead this sort of news. No, this year will be a good year, 2026.
I don't understand. It's gone. God, I beg go. See, so please leave me.
She said, we ladies, we like to fall in love. Precious.
No, we love actually now.
You love
love.
love.
The truth, we love love.
Oh,
wait me that. Please let's not move away from what I'm trying to say. So, ladies, we love love a lot, and we like the fact that a guy is actually
director, film and well. we want to see the edit later.
We like the fact that the guy is taking care of us, and ladies, some ladies like.
I said director, film and well. Director actually gave you a close. He gave you a close shot. It shows that there is support. No, we want to hear you go ahead.
No problem. So, ladies, we like the fact that we love our men being in control, but at some point we also want to be in control. And I think some guys don't really understand that part, and that's why ladies and guys have that issue around it. But to all my ladies, sometimes the Bible even says that women submit to your husbands, right? So there should be this submission. Maybe a lot of ladies want to, you say you are this one will talk 100, you yourself don't raise your voice. I beg, if you see good man, we really care about you, love you, take care of you, do the needful things that you need to. Why? Because of.
All right. So officially, I need to clear the air. What she's trying to say, of course, women will never come out straight to tell you what they are trying to say. But let me tell you what she's saying. What she's just trying to tell you
let me finish that.
We are really scarce outside now. You know,
wait a minute, we are really scarce. I'm not outside. Which one be scarce?
I mean responsible men with scars. You understand? The ones that they have been seeing. You understand? So that's why she's telling you now. Please, my ladies, hola. The one you have, hola.
It's just the truth. Please. It's not about. Most importantly, we'll look at the money, because they said even when money enter, love is what's sweeter. So please, money important. But even when the money is not there, but he's hardworking and he's also, he's also there for you. You should know when somebody is in love with you and does all those things for you. I beg, hold on tight. Wow. Because you feel live out.
This is the first time I'm seeing like Precious, the motivational speaker.
I don't know.
Precious, the love doctor, like Precious, the coach. Like, this is lovely. We love this one. And I'm going to tell, the office, we have to take this up. No. This is lovely. Please go ahead. No, like, I'm jotting things down.
Please, enough of that. I've already said what I want to say. Our ladies do well. That's the thing. And yes,
you have heard it. She's run away from the love matter now. But let's leave it for her.
Please, let's move over to our comment section. And that is where we have a lot of people coming out to say congratulations to Jarvis and Pella. Oh, some people are actually surprised that Pella and Jarvis are back together. So yes, let's move over to our comment section and see what people have actually come out to say. And somebody said, Sam P01 said, wow, biggest Jarvis. And Gina said Gege is setting ring lights. Okay. And Naomi Ugu 1 said 25th, not 23rd. Okay. And Ola Siber said TV Una don't start to. Okay. And another person said Taxman, they watch Una. Is well with you people. See, for people that are really in love, people should leave them, let them enjoy themselves.
I hope you understand that Taxman, they watch Una. So
yes, we're
Pella
talking
should
about
also
so-
be careful because your new tax
Oh my
you'll be
God.
paying. You know,
It's-
your price just went up.
You know, he complained about the tax.
Pella can cry on national TV now. Pella that
Oh my God.
Pella set full camera to cry to tell them, me, I don't have money. Oh. They used to say, I don't have anything. No, please, the tax this you gave me is too high and all of that. Now you just bought, you did not even check for black color.
I'm telling you.
You bought this special color. Don't worry, relax.
It's the power of a woman.
Power of a woman.
Actually.
Power of love.
Power of love.
And no, I love the fact that, you know, you talked about love in a very good way today, sincerely. This is like...
So I'm not be talking about it in a good way.
No, you don't come at this straight, oh.
Really?
Today, you took your time.
Really?
No, yes, today you took your time and you advised the ladies. This is what I wanted to hear. You did not just advise a young girl, you advised the ladies, you advised women, housewives.
Okay.
You just mentioned to them, husbands, cars. Let me just break it down. That's what you said.
Don't be waiting.
Husbands,
I
cars.
don't put her like that.
The
Can
good
call
one
them-
you have, hold it. Because if you step out, we don't know who's at the door.
Please.
It's what you're saying. I'm just trying to amplify now. Am I saying anything else again?
I don't talk say husbands, cars. But
But you said good men. But you said good men. Hold your men tight.
Savior.
You
Savior.
said good
Stop
men.
putting words in my mouth.
But you said good men. No, I will protest.
Please, let's
after
go back to our next story.
After this show, protest.
Protest waiting. Please, let's go back to our... People should leave Savior. Don't focus on me. All right, our next story, we're talking about former Big Brother Naija housemate Leo Da Silva has taken to social media to express frustration after reportedly sacking an employee over alleged theft despite providing financial support that included salary, transport, and feeding allowances, as well as assistance with the employee's child's school fees. So the reality TV star shared his disappointment publicly, questioning what more employers are expected to do when staff members allegedly betray trust, even after receiving substantial support. So Leo's comments have since generated widespread reactions online, with many social media users debating issues of workplace loyalty, employer generosity, and accountability. So before we go into this, move into the comment section, I would love to say things concerning this. You have a staff, right? You do things to, you pay your staff, and in return, your staff is supposed to work, right, diligently. And a lot of people now see the fact that, some staff now see the fact that they can now, how will I put it? They want to override their boss. In the sense that they feel if they have a good boss, they now want to, do things that...
Overstep boundaries. Yeah.
Overstep boundaries, exactly. So it's a lot of people that do this. And when people come out to say things concerning, they'll be like, oh, they are maltreating me. Oh, they're not treating me well. Oh, this happened. Oh, that happened. And you see a lot of people coming out on social media to say things concerning people that are being maltreated. So, and the fact that we are not looking at, some people don't see the fact that, that there are these people, that employers that are good people that do good things, but because of the employees are not being diligent in their work, and they're not being diligent, even in character, anything. But it's how people just see it, and they don't look at them. They just move over to the fact that, they are being maltreated. So, and this is an example of it.
I think what happened to Neil, another version rather.
Yeah.
Happened to me last week. So let me just, since we're talking about staff now, let me just pour it here. So basically, I've changed between last year.
Yeah.
I've changed just 2 dry cleaners.
Wow.
Okay. So let me explain.
Okay.
So it is either they get to bring someone's clothes while they are delivering my clothes. I'll call them.
Oh, wow.
Come and take it. That's one.
Yeah.
Secondly, I look for my clothes often. Unlike before, where it used to be complete. So whenever the company is about to start with you, you just meet a new one, they get to give you good services until, you start trusting them to just give them clothes without cross-checking your clothes. That's when it starts, missing.
Yeah.
And not until one actually sports a very expensive lace material of my wife. And I said that was the end. And this other person that we trusted, they said I should, this one is better, whatever. I just changed last week. And if I am to tell you the amount of things that was done, I don't think it will be okay on national TV. But guess what?
Yeah.
Even when you bring some of them home, of course, we have someone that comes to the house to clean and all of that. Sometimes money means. So he's not making this up.
Yeah.
And there are these new companies now, which of course I think some, if you want to, I'm not here to actually spoil business for anybody.
Yeah.
Where they will tell you, no, we can give you living or what do they call it, part-time, whatever, cleaners that just come, they take care of your house, including nannies, and they go.
Yeah.
No matter how you have, no matter the information, of your staff that you have as your agency, before you deploy that person to me, before you send the person to us, no matter what, you cannot control that person's integrity. And before we would even know what the damage the person has actually caused,
yeah,
the person has done this thing, to a very far extent. Presently, I'm looking for a few things. And I'm not saying this to, of course, I'm not going to call names or whatever, but I'm looking for a few things which have actually raised concern.
Yeah.
Right? And not only that, these people, literally, you give them money, you give them, when you get new food stuff,
yeah,
you share theirs. Now, when you are sharing theirs, you are telling them to take to their family.
Family, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what happens to the same food stuff after a few weeks? They still come back to the main food stuff in the store, and they still pick from that particular one. The question is why?
So the thing is, okay, something happened recently.
And it's not compulsory for us to now start wiring the whole house with camera.
I'm telling you, you see that something happened recently, and they are saying, okay, that no more beggars. You know that there are no more beggars on the streets. When they get anyone, they are going to get them arrested and rest of them. I like that fact. But it seems that right now they're taking it into houses. The begging thing is no longer begging. It's now stealing.
See, Precious, I think no matter the sensitization, right, with maybe helps or, domestic workers.
So people don't feel safe again getting help.
This is about personal integrity.
Yeah.
Okay, this is about personal integrity. I've also had a woman who has, been working with my family since, she's working before I got married, right? So, but she's been loyal with us since 2018. I've never had any issues with her. Okay. In short, Mama would come to the house if I carelessly drop some things, as regards to cash or whatever, either from my wife or mine.
Yeah.
She arranges them, put them somewhere. She locks the door, go. When we are back,
your money still there.
She will tell you where she saw what you don't even think you still have.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. This is our personal integrity. Let's call it spade a spade. Sometimes you travel, you leave your keys in the hands of someone you don't also know their family.
Yeah.
You understand? You don't know what has happened. So I'm not against people who have, wired the whole house with cameras and all of that. But the truth is, everything boils down to, personal integrity. If the person is a good person, we still have good people, good workers there. So I wouldn't want the bad ones to spoil.
But the majority, but I want to speak about the majority of people that are bad, let me put it, are bad people that are not really diligent in their work. A lot of people have complained about helps a lot of times.
That does not mean we don't.
A lot of times.
That doesn't mean we don't.
Because I can count how many people would say, oh, the person fits employ like how many helps in 1 week.
But can I also say something? Do you know what? Do you know what? So bad news spreads fast, right?
Yeah.
The same way I would also tell you that we have good helps, we have good, domestic staff that they've been doing well for years. I've seen someone who has been working with my friend's father for 30 years.
Okay.
I think you should know what this means.
But when you see this when we have this kind of people, we should compensate them very well.
So yeah,
very important.
So basically,
I think maybe that's the reason why people.
But just that, social media, of course, it helps us to quickly push the bad news. But I would also advise that if you have good workers, come on social media, talk about them, to praise them, take care of them, and do better. Maybe, just maybe, that particular kind gesture will touch these bad ones to change, to stop stealing, and start doing what is right. That is that
seriously, because I see the reason why some people don't really take care of their helps. maybe they help a little young children or young children, yeah, basically, and they're going to school. They don't want to put those children in the same school their children are actually going to. And I'm like, okay, you have somebody in your house helping you out. So why don't you put that child in same school your child is going to? So what is the difference?
Okay, so let's quickly balance this conversation here.
Because a lot of people do that.
Let's balance.
And I've seen the fact that, okay, your help is looking, your child is looking healthy, and your help is not. And what is all this?
So it is not school that makes a child look, malnourished.
No, I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying. Let's put a balance.
Okay.
First, you should check the school, the said person, the boss children are going to first.
Yeah.
I can't give any school free advert as well. So, but we know we have about top 10 schools in Nigeria. If we bring it down to Lagos alone, we have among the top 10 in Nigeria. I think about 3 of them are in Lagos.
Okay.
Yes, 3 of them are in Lagos. The other one, around Ogun State is going, and of course the north.
Yeah.
But let's come to the 3. So if the boss's child, for example, is part of the 3, I know those schools, the list of them for their for the primary class, which is primary 1, but I think they call it basic 1 now, is about 1.5 million.
Okay.
Yes, per term. So maybe because I've been able to host some of their events and all of that. And guess what? In that situation, I can also advise that since you cannot afford that for a help,
yes,
yeah, but you shouldn't put the child in a government-owned school. You can also still afford another private school that is sound, that is better.
Yes.
That the child would also enjoy the school bus picking up and dropping.
Yeah.
You see, these particular things, sometimes children will just know, for example, let me just pick a random name. Gabriela is going to so school. I'm going to so school. But they come to pick us at the same time. They would come to drop us at the same time. They won't have any issues. At least to an extent, that child is enjoying, some basic amenities that comes with raising a child.
Yes.
But when it comes to you saying that maybe the school fee is around 25,000, 15,000 and whatever, and you cannot afford for two, I should be questioning you. That's one I should be questioning.
Yes.
But of course, I'm not here to also say that government-owned schools are not better.
Good, yes. I mean,
because for someone like me, I told my father to take me off from private school because I was not feeling it. I wanted a government school, and it did.
So I feel that if your help is going to a government school, why don't you also take your children to government school?
That's what I'm saying, that this issue is not a problem. All of this particular conversation is not a problem. But for you to save yourself from unnecessary drama like this, that anybody will look for anything to call you out. First, hope you are not serving your child as a king-size food and giving someone else's child,
seriously,
as if they are slaves and all of that. So if you've been able to balance gifts, that whatsoever you get for your child, just that different colors. You understand? And sometimes for peace to reign, when you get those things in multiple colors, pour it on the floor. Everybody pick what you want. If this one say, no, I want that red, that this one, no problem. The place you buy things, let them already know by now that if they say they want red, I'll come and return this to green and bring red. It's as simple as that. With that, you balance all of those things. If a child is not looking, tortured, malnourished, and all of that, and it's just about school, it's not a problem for me. Do you understand? Yeah. But all I'm just saying is take care of those children very well. But for you to save yourself, it is better you don't even employ or you don't get someone else's child to come and stay as living. Just get all those ones that come and they close. That's
simple.
All. When you are back from work, you and your wife, you can take it off from there.
But that also has some issues because
of course it's not like but that one you would know that this person is a mature person that is actually with your child. And I think at this point I just have to tell him, but just Mike, why you have this camera? Because that's the only way now. And sometimes the camera you are even to use, a friend of mine just introduced me to one I never knew was camera.
Oh wow.
So he said these days that in as much as they know where the camera position is, and of course every camera has a blind spot.
Of course.
Except the 360 and what have you. But there are these little ones that he has, dropped on so many places. He also acts like me sometimes. He's a lawyer, so even if he's actually having a case, at the court and all of that, minutes from minutes, hours to hours, he just pick up his phone, check his house to make sure that the nanny and the kids are doing fine. So I'm not against any nanny or whatever, but all I'm just saying is let's look for a balance.
Yeah.
Because so much is going on in the country.
Yes, of course.
And I know how traumatic some people are presently, and what some children might be going through. You understand? We don't know how some children have been molested, and things like that. So please, let's just try and balance it. But I'm just surprised that Precious had to bring us to this serious part. I would have loved the love
with come back in Jesus' name. All right, we're still talking about Leo da Silva that spoke about he actually sacked his help because she actually stole things from his house. And remembering where he actually helped the lady, pay school fees of the children and the rest of them. So my advice to people that always get help, please take care of your help. And if you can't stay with a help or you can't take care of a help, it's best you get the ones that can come, clean, do your house chores, and just leaves the house for you. So anything where don't come up for your house, you're supposed to be the agency to, fix that out with them. All right, this is where we're going to move over to the comment section where people have actually come out to say things concerning Leo da Silva's comments and the things that has been going on. So let's take some comments and see what people have actually come out to say concerning this. And yes, somebody said, I don't try to please anyone. Human beings no be better people. All right, Duncan said, how much they pay her as salary? Tell us. Sometimes salary has issues with those in that they
regardless,
make regardless,
if
actually,
the salary was not okay, if the salary
she wouldn't have taken
the job. It's as simple as that. Wow. Let's not even go there.
And cute Elam said, the heart of an average Nigerian is evil. You will think nothing can surprise you until you meet some Nigerians. All right, let's take on another one. Another person said, I paid for her daughter's WAEC and computer training, placed her on a housing allowance, medical allowance with jumbo salary. She diverted a lot of business, stole heavily, and even shared some money with some of my students as well. All right, let's take more comments and see what people are actually saying concerning Leo da Silva's comments. Let's take more and more comments. People are saying things. And yes, somebody said, check and balance. And another person said, even if you give your life, they would still complain.
It's as simple as that. That's true.
It's well. All right. And Chioma said, you can give someone your all and they'll still find a reason to say it wasn't enough. All right. We have more comments. Let's see more. And Amaka said, lately have been practicing limited kindness. Regardless of how kind you are to certain people, they often remain dissatisfied and unappreciative. That shouldn't stop me from being kind, actually. And it won't stop me. And yes, another person said, almost some staff would have you questioning everything, working and someone else taking it. You know, if you trust anyone for this life, just install CCTV. I feel that I think that's the best thing now.
See, guess what?
Yeah.
When I saw that, I shouted. Precious, I shouted when I saw the video. It was this lady, she's into clothing and all of that.
Yeah.
And she has enough staff.
Yeah.
Taking care of all of them, I believe you know what this means.
Yes.
And guess what? They were able to trace one of our staff.
Yeah.
That something is gradually missing when they are taking stock. The day they traced her to a place, a private place that she has got and all of that.
Wow.
Like someone that, the way the boss sells lace at a co, she sells her own.
Separately.
And guess what? And guess what? She sells, but she does not buy. So when the boss buys, that is her supplier for free. So you are just selling materials for free, making money. Some people can be heartless. Let's call a spade a spade.
Do you know something like this happened recently? Of where a lady, she works with this woman that sells hairs. And it happened to be that the woman buys hairs from Ausanicon, brings it to Nigeria to sell, and people goes there to buy hairs. So what she does is that this lady picks some hairs, takes to someone that sells as second-hand use, thrift hairs. And that person sells cheaper. And those hairs are quite very expensive hairs.
Because they didn't buy it.
So on the day this lady, I don't know how this whole thing just got, sour, and the person that they sold to had to call the main person that has the hairs and told her that, oh, your
and then they've actually fallen off from from agreement.
So like it's crazy.
Let me deviate a little
now,
to politics.
See what
is agreement. Something has happened
now,
somewhere.
see what the woman did.
Yeah.
She actually arrested the one that came to report.
No, that's my own first suspect. The fact that you have my number from day one.
It's crazy.
And you never called me because you went south with your client.
Actually, arrested that one partner. And then arrested the main person.
As that.
The lady was not like, oh, why did you arrest me? I actually came out to tell you that, that this.
Have you not been buying and selling?
Wow.
You are a business partner.
Wow.
I didn't even know that I had her as a business partner. That's what I'll tell her. I didn't even know that you are also another extended business partner.
And when they asked her, she said, that she didn't know that the lady was selling.
That's what they would say.
Wow.
And the question is, Precious, can you actually account for how many eggs that they've actually sold? Now, this lace that we're talking about, this lace that I'm talking about, do you know how much that she has actually sold? Something she's been doing more than a year?
Yeah. Wow.
Back to back.
Wow.
So she's even living a low-key life, but she has so much. No, they checked her account, they checked everything. The woman just said, I'm not even saying anything. Everything in that account belongs to me.
Wow.
Yes, let's even start from there. Everything
I just feel people need to start doing better things. Like, come on, taking people's thing and causing them pain and doing all this, these are they really necessary?
It is well. It is well. But sincerely, if you are planning to do it and miraculously,
may they catch you in Jesus' name. I'm not even praying that prayer.
And miraculously you watch this show. See,
it's a sign to give your life to
Christ. My dear brother and sister, it's a sign for you to give your life.
But don't become pastor. I don't know why.
If you decide to still go ahead, even after we have said this, these two mature people coming in the studio telling you that theft is bad, and you still go ahead to do anything of this sort. As you are even about to move it, that's why they will tell you, pause.
See, wait, calm down. If I be a woman of God, no, just use that one.
If she be a woman of God.
Try and first. Just take and play first.
Do you know her? Has she seen you before? Celebrate grace.
All right, this is where we're going to close the curtains. And yes, thank you so much for staying with us on the Spotlight Show. Trust me, I enjoyed myself, and I'm sure you did too. So remember, if you're going viral or going global, please stay true to your stories and tell them with heart. And yes, don't forget to follow us on all our social media handle at VOPTV Live and subscribe to our channels for more episodes and updates. And yes, until next time, I am Precious Agumanu, aka Call Me Prezi, and I didn't do this alone today. I had my special person with me.
All I just want to say is peace.
All right, see you next time. Bye for now.
VOP TV. Now, you have more than a voice.
This is Health Check, your weekly guide to better living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People Television, where your health has a voice.
The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before.
We are the voice that must be heard. Africa News, Africa's voice, Africa's future. Where Africa speaks, the world listens.
Voice count. The people's. Join us as we drive into the world of politics through insightful interviews with prominent political figures, both serving and former governors, ministers, senators, legislators, party chieftains, activists, and analysts. Get first-hand information into the decision-making processes that affect our daily lives. Highly engaging one-hour program that brings political discourse into focus.
I am Chukwuma Okoro.
Political Lens, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Join us. Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
When I first heard VOP, I thought they were talking about me because I'm a voiceover personality, but no, this is Voice of the People TV, and you are riveted forever because this is the place to be.
Yo guys, your boy Chela, shout out to VOP TV. I love you guys.
Salut tout le monde, Suspect 95, là on est sur VOP TV, on passe un bon temps. J'espère que vous kiffez, on est au Afrima, on est ensemble, VOP TV.
Don't see me like a fool because I don't do giddy giddy giddy. VOP, you don't know Stoneware from Ghana representing live and living color. Yeah, Beam Nation President, outside with it. Bless up.
Hello, this is Milo from Ivory Coast. Keep watch Voice of the People TV. Regardez la voix du peuple, la télévision de la voix du peuple. Que Dieu vous bénisse. À très bientôt. Love you so much.
Hi guys, what's up? This is Gaze Baba. I am watching VOP TV. Usually you be told to not touch the dial, but I tell you to touch the dial and increase the volume. You're like, keep it locked. It's Afro Gospel. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shego Aronzo. You're watching VOP. Don't change the dial.
My Joe, fine girl. My Joe, fine babe.
Yes, don't touch the dial. This is me, Dr. Adewale Iba. Keep watching VOP TV.